good, producers? It's your boy Andrew. You already heard the sample. I'm gonna teach you how to make samples like this, dark, ambient, hard trap style beats. So without further ado, let's jump into a fill. The first sound I'm using is this piano streak assemble from Analog Lab 5. This is how it sounds. Basically what I've done here is, I created this D minor scale. On the next bar, I inverted the F to an E, so it creates that tension. On the third and fourth bar, I raised it up an octave, and then I added these top notes. As you can see, they're in the same scale. And on the next half of the loop, I just brought everything 5 semitones down, because as you know from other YouTube tutorials and shit, this always works. And for effects on the piano, I've used an EQ with a high pass and a low pass. I've used this Valhalla vintage verb to make it wider. And the last thing I've added was this RC20 with the vinyl 3 preset and tweaked here and there. Next thing I've added was expand with this quart preset. Basically follows the same D minor scale, but these 3 and 4, 7 and 8 bars are not raised an octave anymore. They're the same, and this is what it sounds like. For effects, again, we have an EQ with a high pass and a low pass. This time the EQ is cutting more. A Valhalla vintage verb with 70% mix. I've added this shaper box with the sidechain preset and a 65% mix, and this stereo imager to make the vocals wider. Next sound, it's another expand. This time it's a string preset called harp plus strings. This is how it sounds like. For effects, we have an EQ, again cutting lows and highs. Next thing I've added was this vinyl 3 preset from RC20. Again, tweaking here and there. Then I've added this echo bar with the ping pong mode on the 1/4 of a note. Next thing is a Valhalla vintage verb with 41% mix. And last thing I've added was this pan mag to make the sound go from left to right. I've added this bass. It's a one-shot bass from a one-shot kit I'm using. These are the effects I'm using on the bass, 2 EQs cutting the high end, and a decapitated with a beefy preset. This is what it sounds like. Again, the bass is following the root nose, but here, instead of going down 5 semitones, I raised it up an octave because this one was sounding too deep. Also on the bass, I've added this part and automated the volume, so the bass gets introduced to us. This is what it sounds like. Now, next thing I've added was these accents. So these are the effects on the first accent. It's a crystallizer and a finisher micro. Basically they both do the same thing, and that is adding some high-end texture in the sound. This is the next accent. For this one we have Portal with the Echo Toys preset, Echo Boy for a delay, and Penman for, again, panning left and right. This is the next accent. The effects are Portal with the Portal Clouds preset and another Penman. Last accent I've added was this riser. And these are the effects for the riser. It's a Valhalla vintage verb with 33% mix and an Echo Boy delay with the ping pong mode on. And this is what we got so far. I mean, in all honesty, the secret sauce for these ambient beats are these little accents that you can just put into playlists, mess with them, chop them, reverse them, and especially add a lot of effects. So grab yourself a one-shot kit with a lot of accents like this one. So I use a lot of accents in almost every sample I make or every beat I make. So yeah, who knows, maybe one day I'm gonna drop a one-shot kit. Let me know if you want something like that. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Last thing I've done before exporting the loop out is just use an Ozone 9 on the master. Put this Ozone 9 on the master channel with this imager to make the high frequencies a bit wider, and this exciter, again, applying some excitement on the high frequencies. And I've added this Kramer tape stereo, this master crunchy preset. Last thing I've added before exporting the loop is obviously a fat filter added through to make the sound louder. You've already heard the sample, you know what it is. Now added some drums in it so you see how it sounds with the finished beat. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you want that one-shot kit. I'm really thinking about dropping one because I got a lot of accent and textures and shit I can share with you. I'ma just let the beat play for you and see you in the next video. Bye!
Andrew, please shut the fuck up.